All right, top billing breaking news out of Seattle. Your man 1-900 Shotty, who was demoted to 1-800 Shotty towards the latter half of the season, and then to 1-600 Shotty, according to one commenter from the playoff debacle, has been fired. Right? So they're going to call it parting of ways when it's, I don't know, we'll get into that another time, but philosophical differences, they're parting ways. Pretty much they fired Brian Schottenheimer because, in my opinion, think about this. If you have Pete Carroll talking about he wants to get back to running the ball, old school Seattle football, pounding them out and all this and that, pause, then I would have to think that Brian Schottenheimer wasn't with that. If you saw what Schottenheimer had his hands and his footprints, his handprints all over the offense at the beginning of the season, man, they looked like a dope-ass spread offense, taking shots down the field. It had a lot of rhythm to it, very risky, and we know Pete Carroll is risk-averse. So I don't know what to tell you guys, man. That is some crazy stuff right there, especially when he said he didn't anticipate any coaching staff departures. So what I always tell people, if their first name is Coach, that's a foreign word for liar. Coaches do that. That's what coaches do. They're going to act in the best interest of their program or their team or their whatever. That's what they're going to do. They're going to CYA. So, of course, he wasn't going to come out and say that they would be firing anybody. So, man, suppose it becomes a clean house sweep. I know everybody wanted to fire Ken Norton, but damn, look who ends up being fired first. Brian Schottenheimer. So, moving that along, we can sit here and say stuff like Pete Carroll should go get an innovator on offense to lead them into the 21st century, right? Your man Pete Carroll still with that 1986 shit. He love it too, right? Technically, he's still stuck in like 2010. So y'all got to give me some stuff that was popping in 2010 that Pete Carroll's still listening to this day, like music and stuff, because he will not come up out of that shit. It's been a decade. He still wants to play ball like 2010, even though he sees people in his own division, even though they're getting it done a little bit differently. Maybe he does envy a team like the San Francisco 49ers because they are a ground and pound team and they are working with the same type of defense. So maybe that right there, he feels a little bit jealous. They stole his style and they're having a little bit more success with it, especially when they are healthy. But I would love for the Seahawks, right? I got to say this 50 million times. I'm not a Seahawks fan, just covering this shit as a business. Just from a business standpoint, it could be a little bit more exciting if they were to go to something a little bit different. Maybe grab somebody from the college ranks. I was thinking about the guy that is at Ole Miss right now under Lane Kiffin. His name is Jeff Lebby. He has a fantastic offense that is really based and rooted in running the ball. It's just a different style of running the ball. Lots of RPO stuff. I think he would do a great job of at least updating Pete Carroll's files, getting him out of the year 2010 so he can stop doing the Dougie and doing all kind of shit like that. He's got to update his files, man. So I'll think about more offensive coordinator candidates and I'll kind of see that through. And then I have to leave you guys to your own devices, man. It's time to do something different. You guys can leave me alone out there up in Seattle telling me what to do with my channel and all this and that, all right? Salute to you real people out there, man. There you go, your boy, Coach Shotty, 1-600 Shotty. Man said it was 1-600 Shotty, and I was thinking, like, what the hell is 1-600? Like, who would dial 1-600? That sounds like some shit old people dial, right, if they want to get their groove back, right? Stella got her groove back, so I don't know. And the man did say Pete Carroll's in his 80s and shit, so maybe he was trying to get his groove back, dialing up 1-600 Shotty. But Brian Schottenheimer no longer dialing it up for Seattle. I still think Brian Schottenheimer's talented in the shit that he was doing at the beginning of the season when they were hot, and he had Russell Wilson as an MVP candidate when he was Chef Russell. And then he became Janitor Russell at the end, right? He was cleaning piss out of toilets at the end with whatever they were doing on the offensive side of the ball. So I would like to see Coach Schottenheimer get himself a shot somewhere. I like Coach Schottenheimer. He should go back to college, man, and see what he can do in college. So I don't know. But there you have it. There you guys go. Talk amongst yourselves. I know you're going to be celebrating. You got Coach Schottenheimer out of there, and now you can get Ken Norton up out of there. You guys will be throwing a second line like you're in New Orleans. But it's your boy Murph, the Underground King, top billing sports, and I am out. Peace.
What more can I say?
Top Billin.